Hi, everybody. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful Monday afternoon. For those of you in the States, everywhere else, hello at whatever time and date, whatever you're at. Hi, how you doing today? My name is Shadow Temple. I am here to continue a series that we've been doing probably longer than we should have been, but that's okay. That's part of the game. That's part of the jam. We are trying to finish this puzzle right here. We have been working on this puzzle for probably 2 months at this rate. Not necessarily that we obviously been working on it every day for these past 2 months, but that I have been a busy boy. And so I've had to pop in and out of streams to try and get this done over the course of several weeks. And apologies, by the way, if you've been on subscribed to this channel for a while, where you might be, why it's been a minute since I've been live on this channel. Hi, I was actually out of the country for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. My wife and I went to a couple different countries over in Northern Europe. We started off in Iceland, did Norway, hit the Netherlands and Belgium, and had a wonderful time over there. But yeah, now we're back, and we can hang out and just relax a little bit. So this is your first time watching one of these streams with us. This is how this thing goes. I build a little bit of this puzzle, but mainly we just chat. And I know people have a lot of questions about things, and so this is an excellent time to talk about stuff like that. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in chat. I will try to keep up as best I can, and we will continue onward. If you are new to me, hi, my name again is Shadow Temple, but you might know me as the guy who plays Pierce for the Aphmau channel. And so, any sort of stuff that comes up with that, of course, I'll do my best to answer. Obviously, there's only so much I can reveal about all the stuff that we do, but, we do what we do. Let me read through here. Did I finally find the rest of Puzzle Ian's pants? So I actually planned to start this stream a full hour earlier, and I spent a good 30 to 40 minutes on my hands and knees inside this room trying to figure out where those remaining puzzle pieces went. And as of this stream right now, I still haven't found those pieces. I don't know where they went. My fear is that I was wearing some sort of long sleeve shirt like I am today. It stuck to like the sleeve or something, and I dropped it somewhere in the house. And as a result, I have no idea where those pieces could have gone. But yeah, I mean, my hope is that eventually we'll find them again, but I honestly do not know. But what I do know is that we'll continue our adventures here in the sky up towards the top and see if we can get that part done, if nothing else. The other reason why we're streaming here again is, hey, we have ourselves a new Streamily solo signing date. Those of you who may have wanted a print earlier, if you want like an autograph from me or something like that, we have a page that is dedicated to selling pictures of Pierce and this logo here, of course, Shadow Temple. This guy right here. Look at that. Though the prints this size with my signature on them. You could buy them at streamly.com/ShadowTemple. The link is at the top of the chat. The next one we're going to be doing is next Monday. So we're going to get another one done. It's probably going to be a lot shorter than the previous one. We're just going to try to get through the remaining bits of orders that I missed on the previous one because we literally ran out of the Minor Demons Pierce print. Like, I just didn't have anymore, and then I had to leave the country for 2 weeks. So we're running behind on those, and I want to make sure that I get back to the backlog of those that we already have. But while we're at it, if you want to buy one now, I'll sign it next Monday. So there you go. We should have a new shipment coming in on Friday, and we should be able to move forward from there. Let me see here though. Let me get through chat here because I know I have been ignoring chat just a little bit here. Let me go to the scrolling back. So if you're just saying a new message, give me a sec. I'm gonna try to cook my way through this. How's everyone's day? My day is going well. Thank you very much. Making some tea. I did make some tea. Thank you. Got some Rishi jasmine green tea next to me, and it's very good. today's your birthday, Luz. Well, congratulations. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hope you have a good one. It'll be worth it when the puzzle's completed. Maybe. What did you do? The alternates? Why did I die first? Someone's got to die first, and it's usually the funny one. Just saying. That's just how it go. How often do I play Minecraft to my own SMP? Less often than I would like. But I did get the files transferred over to my Steam Deck, so now I just need to get it actually all installed. I want to start working on that because, frankly, I've burned out on Monster Train 2 for a while anyway. I played a ton of it while I was on my cruise, and I'm ready to do something else for a little bit. Let's see. Do I know when Minor Demon Season 2 is coming out? Eventually. I actually don't know any dates specifically, but what if I had to guess, it's got to be something. It can't be this year, right? Like they've already got the other stuff going on, so it's got to be at least another year or two down the line. But yeah, eventually. Does happen sometimes the jigsaws just arrive without all the pieces. I have to imagine I've got all of them, but there's a chance. There's a real chance. How's VidCon? VidCon was very fun. We had a wonderful time out there. That was last month around this time. My God. We had a great time. Has there been a time where character Pierce is terrified of sheep? I'm sure there was over the thousands of videos we've done. Do I know when no one's coming back? I do not. Let's see here. Trip was very lovely. Had a good time. Marissa and Bento are doing well. Thank you, Azrael, for asking. The puzzle area looks cute. Thank you. VidCon was good. Thank you very much for asking. It's funny when Kim called me hot. Yeah. Holiday in Iceland or was in the UK? It was both. We went to Iceland. We flew to Iceland, got on a boat in Iceland, and went all the way to the UK. And it was fun. Did a little trip around London. I popped into Waterloo Station for a couple hours. Hit the Eye, Buckingham Palace, all that. It was good. Aside from Minor Demons and his voice acting again for this Pierce, I'm excited for Minor Demons. I don't know anything about the future recording, but until I'm told otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'm voicing Pierce again. That is not me having any advanced knowledge, just my understanding and belief of the situation is that I'm probably playing Pierce again. Stop playing Danny's World and watch my stream. Well, thank you. Your birthday's coming up August 9th. Congratulations. Hope you're planning for something fun. How many FNAF games have I played? I've played 2. I played the original and played Security Breach, neither of which I finished, because I'm a scaredy boy. What's my favorite video? Boy. I don't know. There are so many videos that we've done over the years that I don't think I could track any particular one. My guess is my favorite video is one we haven't created yet. I bet you there's going to be one out there that is just going to absolutely knock my socks off that I'm going to be so pumped about. But even then, it's really more about like parts of videos, like bits that I get to do that I really enjoy. You know what I mean? It's never necessarily one full video. But what are your favorite Aphmau videos? What I do in Iceland and the UK? Iceland, we went to the Blue Lagoon in just outside of Reykjavik. And then we went to, we just kind of hung around the port in Reykjavik because we needed to get on a boat. We went to Ísafjörður in Iceland, and apologies for all the terrible pronunciations of these places. We also went to Akureyri and just kind of hung out. Checked out some of the fjords and stuff. As for the UK, landed on the ship in Southampton, took a train to London, did some London touristy stuff, and then I flew out of Gatwick the next day. So, yeah, pretty quick trip out to London, but had a fun time there. What is one thing I like to do when I record Jason? My favorite thing to do is try to get him to crack. Anytime I can get them to laugh just out of character a little bit, I know that I've succeeded in some way. You know what I mean? I love what I can get. Just a little extra laugh. Do something a little unexpected that catches them a little bit. That's always my help, and that goes for the rest of the cast too, for that matter. I always want to try to find something that gets them not even in character, but out of character. You know. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens just often enough that I enjoy it. Time for a jump scare butterfly. Ah! Why do I bully Aphmau? To be clear, it's not me that does it. I'm Shadow Temple, an actor man thing. Pierce is a character, right? And characters have strengths. They have weaknesses. They have good things about them, bad things about them. They invite conflict upon the protagonists, so that way that when a protagonist has to overcome that conflict, they can be there to be the foil. And sometimes Pierce is the foil, which is a fancy word for the person who's not against the main characters, if that makes sense. So yeah. Can you do minor demons? Yes. There you go. The timer is set to 10 minutes before the next one. How to meet Jess Aphmau? A friend of mine, Mac and Cheese Please, was working for Aphmau's company back in 2019, I want to say. And I, at the time, was looking to get more into voice acting, but I haven't had much work up to that point. And Mac, who I knew through streaming, I've been streaming with her on Twitch for many years. And she knew that I was trying to get into voice acting. She's like, hey, I work for this Minecraft stuff company doing role plays and stuff, and they have a new show coming out called Minor Demons. Would you be interested in auditioning? And I'm like, sure. I didn't know Minecraft was still popular, but we'll do it. And I auditioned for it, and I auditioned for Pierce and Noi, and I didn't get Noi, but I did get Pierce. And the rest, as they say, is history. And I'm very happy to have the gig. Wow, I got 2 pieces, guys. 2 pieces in this short amount of time. How about that? Good stuff. Now I can pretend that the puzzle isn't here for the next 2 hours. Yeah, say the line you said in Squid Game 3 days ago. You're going to have to be more specific, because I do not remember. What? Spoilers. Was it when like Pierce betrayed the group? Is that what you're looking for? You'd have to give it to me, because I don't remember it well enough. Blue Lagoon is amazing. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool spot. The water, though, is so crazy. It's like this milky blue, this like milky blue hot springs that if you put your hair in will ruin it for the rest of your week. It's the whole thing. Shadow, you should make your own gaming channel called Shadow Plays. This is it, though. This is that gaming channel. Just to be clear, I don't have to have a Shadow Plays, because they could just use this channel. But that being said, if you aren't familiar, I stream over on my own Twitch channel almost every night. In fact, we're streaming later tonight. We're going to be playing a game called Clair Obscur. I don't actually know how to pronounce the name. Expedition 33, which is a French RPG. It's very good. It's very good. Do I enjoy filming with them? Yeah. Searching out now, you're almost done with the puzzle. It looks a little hard. Yeah. I mean, it's 1,000 pieces. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Would go to Iceland if you had Blue Lagoon, because favorite color is blue. It's true. It's true. Is puzzle getting done today? No. Maybe. Maybe to the best of my ability until I find those extra pieces, at least. Favorite quote from any characters, SMP or MID or any other role plays. That's too big of a sphere. I've said hundreds of thousands of words in that space, and I think you'd have to get a lot tighter than that. Let's see here. Do you think Chance Jess is going to put the iron necklace in the store online? Maybe. What I always say with stuff like that is, if you have a specific request for like stuff on the store and stuff, put it in comments on the YouTube videos. Because if you put it out there and you communicate to them that you'd be excited about, say, the Irene necklace, then they'd be more likely to put it out there. So yeah, that's what I'd say about it. I can wish you a happy birthday for August 3rd, because I will not be around August 3rd. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Have a good birthday, Champion Nelson. Dean dies to became more serious in alternates. If you want to keep that in your canon, sure, but I don't think there's anything to it. Is your dog? Maybe a little bit. Do I have a pet? Yep, I do. He's a mini Australian Shepherd. His name is Bento, and he's very cute. Have I ever played Splatoon? Yes. Yes, I've actually make a diamond painting of the crew. You want her to make a diamond painting, like, out of diamonds? I feel like it'd be a little expensive, but maybe at some point. Does your character Pierce have a trigger word that makes you laugh like Aphmau does? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything that's like Pierce would necessarily laugh at just for that sake. But, I mean, butt's funny. Just butt. Do I enjoy the Minecraft or Roblox videos more? I don't know. The Roblox videos are fun because it's a different game each time, kind of, more or less. And so you can kind of, there's more variety there. But the Minecraft stuff is, you know, bread and butter. It's fun. If you not get the Pierce boy at roll, you would have done Noi and you would have done the Noi voice? Maybe. But there's a good chance I just wouldn't have gotten either of them. And I just wouldn't be involved with Aphmau at all. Do you know if you're doing any events in Connecticut? Maybe generally out east. I don't know necessarily Connecticut, but, you know, I think in the past, Aphmau's been to places like PAX East, which is out in Boston, but I can't guarantee anywhere, like, specific right now. What would Pierce do for mutton? Oh, he'd do a heck of a lot. Some dangerous things, certainly. Least favorite line. Least favorite line. Can't remember what videos are out, actually. Hold on, I gotta... Before I make any commitments to such things, one sec here. What videos have we put out recently? Getting engaged in one block of Minecraft, yeah. That 7 friends 1 block video that we did, the marriage one, Pierce is just not very good at flirting with KC. I think I said something like, darn tootin' good looking or something like that. And I was like, oh, Pierce. Oh, Pierce. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. Oh, bud. That's the only thing that pops into my head as of late. It was like, and you know, very by design. I'm in that case, Pierce is not good at flirting, right? He's not a ladies' man by any stretch of the imagination. But he's just yeah, it's fine. Diamond paintings are made of faceted pieces of plastic resin. They are not actually shiny rocks. Ah, I see. Maybe. Would I play Cookie Run Kingdom in the future? Probably not, but there's a lot of games that I do play, and I hope you'll check them out sometime. Legitimately mailed my P.O. box. I do have a P.O. box. I do personally. I don't think Aphmau has one, but I do, and a couple other members of the Aph crew do. So if you want to send stuff to specific people that aren't Jess and Jason, you probably can. November 6th, Stitch Liver, you got some time. We'll keep streaming. You ask a little closer than November 6th. That's too far. Do you read the comments? Yep. How long do Aphmau videos take? Longer than you think. How old is Zane? I don't know how old any of the characters are. I think Keston is maybe like 2 years older than me, but Zane, I don't know. Do you ever cringe when filming videos? No, I don't usually cringe. Because I'm not much of a cringer by design much anymore. If someone is genuinely putting an effort in towards making something of entertaining value or doing something like that, I rarely ever cringe. If anything, I'm rooting for people to do things good and make sure that they get what they wanted out there in the world, even if I personally don't think it's very good. That's not a description of anything with the Aphmau stuff. That is just like how I generally treat stuff on the internet or movies or anything, period. But there's stuff that I'm like, after I said with Pierce is like, oh, buddy. And again, darn tootin' good looking or something like that was like, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, old pal. But you know, it is what it is. Where does Pierce get his bun if he doesn't know where it comes from? It just kind of shows up. he doesn't connect that his sheep dying is what usually delivers the mutton to him. So he just kind of sees it and has it, but doesn't connect the two. Or it's either he doesn't connect the two, or like his brain just straight up doesn't allow him. You know what I mean? Where he is like in constant denial that there's just if he ever learns it, his brain will break. His heart will break. His life will break. So he has to be in constant denial. How old am I? I'm only going to tell you how old I am if you don't tell me how old you are. In fact, your message will be removed if you tell us how old you are. So I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at you right now. Right here. I'm looking at you. Don't tell me how old you are. I'm 33 years old. Now don't tell us how old you are. There you go. How's the filming with just the kids like? Oh, they're adorable. Do you think Pierce from Aphmau and Pierce from the series would watch Titanic? What would they say? Minor Demons Pierce would be horrified because he would think it's a documentary. And Pierce from SMP would get bored about 15 minutes in and go play games on his phone. There's no way that SMP Pierce has the attention span to watch a James Cameron epic. Just no way in heck. I refuse to believe. L hop. The way I died in Alters is so brutal. I mean, in fairness, pretty much everyone died pretty brutally in that. Do you know why Pierce is afraid of butterflies? There was a joke in one video where I think Aphmau is a helpful butterfly. And Pierce was like the villain of that video. And I had to come up with like a reason why Pierce did not like butterflies. And so I had it in my head that he thought that the helpful butterfly ate Ian. And so ever since, he's been deathly afraid of butterflies, thinking that they are capable of such harm. And then that was funny. So then we've done it. It's stayed with him ever since. That's how a lot of the quirks of Pierce have come about over the many, many years of playing as Pierce. Just how jokes happen, you know. Excuse me. What's my P.O. Box? If you go on my Discord server, you can find my P.O. Box. I try not to post it on the internet live very often because, bad actors. Let's see here. Oh, that's the line. Sure, Blue Angel. I'm not dying today because I'm winning these games. Wasn't there some of the line right from the dad thing, or the front man's my dad? I can't help but say it every time. Whenever I was when I was recording stuff, I was like, all right, we're set up for front man's my dad. Front man's my dad. I don't know why I have to say dad like that. It's just part of my brain. What's my favorite show? I'm trying to think. I'll say The Good Place. I keep thinking back, actually, how do I want to rewatch that? And I don't feel that about a lot of other shows right now. So I'm going to say The Good Place, which was on a decade ago at this point. But I'm also watching King of the Hill right now to try to... I never really encountered it growing up, so I wanted to kind of re-go through everything. If you're lagging on the live stream, I recommend hitting the little cog button on your stream and lowering the quality. That way you won't lag nearly as much. Okay, I think I'm pretty much caught up here. You don't have Discord and you're not allowed on it. The next thing to do then, you can contact me on via email, and I will send you my P.O. Box. I try not to post it outward. But what is it? Contact@shadowtemple.com. And then I'll send the P.O. Box that way. Email. Email. Could you imagine? People still email? Let's see here. Did I voice Andrew of Minor Demons? Yep. Yes, I did. Do you know if it just comes up with other video ideas? No, and I wish I did, because it's amazing how how they're able to churn out so many ideas constantly. And I know we sometimes reuse, reduce, recycle, but man, like, I mean, we put out videos every day. It's wild. Does Pierce know how mean he is to Aphmau? Probably not. I don't think he thinks about it very hard. Which, is part of the problem. If he recognized that he was hurting people in the process of the pranks and stuff, that he probably wouldn't do it as often. But he lacks that empathy. Or is just not smart enough to even recognize it in the first place, which is probably to be more accurate. This might fit. It sure do! Look at that! What do you think of Pierce Sexian? You guys are more than welcome to ship any characters that you want. I'm never going to stop or, stomp or disrespect anybody's shipping. But just remember, as always, that when you're shipping, that you're shipping characters and not the people behind them, right? I think sometimes people get a little carried away with that. You're like, what? But you're supposed to be together forever. And it's like, we've met like 4 times in real life kind of thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, go have fun with your ships. I don't really investigate them very much. I have no need to, no desire to, especially when it comes to characters that I play or characters that are played by friends that I know. But yeah, have fun. Have your fun. Saw VidCon on TV. You loved it. I'm glad. Do I watch Squid Game? I did watch the end of. I did watch the end of season 3 right before we got on the ship in Iceland. It was all right. Season 1 was the best for sure. What's my Discord? Links in the chat there. K-pop Demon Hunters yet? I've not, but I'd like to. I've seen clips. It seems fun. Why do I bully Jess's kids? Because it's funny. And then they blow me up. That's the trait. I get to bully the kids, and in exchange, they blow me up. Seems like a fair trade. Trying to figure out where the rest of these clouds go. There's a cloud missing right here that would, I think, will very much impact my ability to finish this puzzle once I kind of figure out where that cloud is. You know what I mean? Like, this piece is pretty impactful here. Scrolling. I'm excited for playing Pierce Minor Demon Season 2. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Favorite line from a movie that you watched that stuck with you? Ooh. What's a line from a movie that stuck with me? It's a shame because there are plenty. None of them currently kind of pop into my brain at the moment. But absolutely, there have been many movies over the years that have impacted me, that like haunt me in certain lines and things. I think there's a bit in, so I'm a married guy right here. You can see the ring right there. I think it was Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's this bit where the protagonist, who's the mom of this gal who's destroying the multiverse, meets like a cool version of her otherwise dopey husband, and in like an alternate dimension where they had never like connected and like moved to America, and they like had their own independent lives and like were ultimately very successful, and they were chatting with each other, and he was kind of upset, or he was kind of saddened by the idea that they could have been something, but they weren't. And she's like, no, my life is so much cooler. I'm a kung fu master now. Otherwise it was either this or stuck at home doing laundry and taxes. And I think he said something to the effect of like, I wouldn't have minded doing laundry and taxes with you. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's sweet. That's super heckin' sweet. But that's an old person thing, I suppose. Let's see. If you delete one SMP member out of existence. Kitty. She causes so much trouble whenever she joins the server and then disappears without a trace. Can't believe she keeps doing that to us. Sorry, I'm scrolling through chat here, trying to figure out if I'm missing anything else. I actually did just watch Back to the Future, or when I was on the plane coming back, I watched Back to the Future again. So yeah, where we're going, we don't need roads. It sticks with my brain, but I don't know if it has like affected me, you know what I mean? I don't know if I bet Pierce IRL run, because something severely is going wrong. Taxes are bad, yeah. In another life, I'd enjoy just doing laundry and taxes with you. That's the line, yeah, for sure. If it was anybody from any of Jess's roleplays as a new character, who would it be? Ash seems like a fun character for Minor Demons to play. Or Rise. One of those two, I think. My favorite Aphmau character is Pierce. Would you believe? Would you believe? What if Aphmau's Lady Irene from the start? Ooh, possibly. Let's see. I've just been like holding onto this piece nervously. I should actually find a home for it. But where? It's like such a specific shape. It could be up here. Like somewhere around here is what I'm kind of thinking. I really need to start working on that cloud there. Once I get that cloud going, I'll have a much easier time figuring out the rest of this. I just need to kind of build around edges, you know what I mean? How many characters do I voice act in the Aphmau stuff? If you want to count Minor Demons and SMP Pierce as two separate characters, 2. Then Andrew from Minor Demons, 3. And then Kurt from PDD, 4. And then probably like a handful of various other characters, probably 7 or 8 over time. But they're like unnamed, just like police officer and stuff like that. How to protect my voice when you yell in the SMP. Years of practice, honestly, figuring out what sound works well without doing damage, right? It's kind of a balance of those things to ensure that we aren't doing too much pain to ourselves. Because, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's one of those things where we do so many videos that if we're not careful, we could absolutely hurt ourselves trying to do things in the short term, and that's not worth it. So you got to find a good balance of those things. And just the nice part is the range that Pierce is in, for example, is just a very safe range for me. When I'm talking like this the entire time, it's in a place without any vocal fry. I'm not hitting the top of my range, and it helps keep me safe that way. Which is pretty nice. Whereas Minor Demons Pierce, if I had to talk like this for entire episodes of videos where regular Pierce talks this much, I'd be in real trouble. Because all that vocal fry you hear in the bottom there, while fun, does start to impact my ability to speak over time. And if I'm not answering all of your questions, friends, know that some questions I just can't answer. They're either I lack the information or I'm not allowed to talk about those things. So if you feel like you're being ignored, it's not out of any ill will or malice or me being mean to you. It's just sometimes I can't answer questions for you, or I don't have information for you that will be of any use. Reading through. I don't think the two of them will ever meet SMP Pierce and Minor Demons Pierce. I don't think that meeting will happen. It could, maybe, but I don't know. Because the question is, are they? I don't even know if they're two different people or not. Sometimes, like when we did the Frontman video, he suddenly broke into Minor Demons Pierce. And does that mean that he's also Minor Demons Pierce and he's just a silly little dummy gay when he's not? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. It's just kind of fun in its own way. Who is Pierce afraid of? Oh, Aaron, 100%. He's not really afraid of anyone on the server except Aaron. Because Zane, the whole idea is get a rise out of Zane, and then sure you're gonna get punished by him eventually, but like he's not really afraid of him. He just doesn't like getting punished. One of those things where it's like, it was funny when it happened to him. Since I think I've seen 30 questions about this, I'm gonna probably disappoint some people out there, friends, but I am a straight married man. Again, have your fun. Enjoy your ships. I'm never one to step on, yuck anybody's yum. But I myself am married to a lovely woman right above my head right now. She's working right above me. Her name's Marissa. And I've known her far longer than my time with the Aphmau channel. The Mutton song. I should go back and clip that. We did that in the during the signing stream. Which, by the way, a reminder, friends, did you know that you can get an autographed picture of either SMP Pierce or Mind Your Demons Pierce? Here we go. Take a look at this fella. Right there. This is one of the 2 prints that are available over on my Streamily page. There's a link at the top of the stream there that you can click on. And if you do, you can buy these prints and have me sign them live on stream. The next time that I'll be doing that is next Monday. So a full week from now, you can get one of these or one of the Minor Demons prints, which is really pretty. But I don't have any. You guys actually bought them all last time, and I ran out during the stream, and I couldn't finish everybody's because I just didn't have any more. And we ordered extra. That was incredible. That we went through my entire supply. You guys were awesome about that, and I want to make sure that I reward that by getting another stream going as soon as possible. We were talking about, like, oh, maybe we should wait a little bit longer, but I want to get those in your hands now. So, yeah. Next Monday, we'll be doing another one of those signings. And if you want to see me sign your poster, check out the Streamily link at the top of the screen. There you go. Who's Pierce afraid of? Once again, Aaron. I think so. I'd ever have to annoy? I don't know. If Aphmau's Lady Irene, she would be the strongest character ever in Aphmau, and she would technically never die. Possibly. There's also this idea. There's this notion of the world. And by the way, I don't subscribe to this notion, but it is kind of fun just to kind of think in the space about it with this. That what like this idea of like the human soul is actually a god who decided they wanted to experience the world in a way that they, with unlimited power couldn't experience otherwise. And so they brought themselves down to earth and experience all the things that mortal beings do simply to experience them. And again, I know nothing about anything about the Aphmau lore. I really don't. I haven't even watched Minor Demons. Or I've watched Minor Demons, but I haven't watched My Street. But even if you're technically all powerful, one, you may not know it that you're actually all powerful, but 2, maybe you just experience things and conflict and resolution just to experience them. You know what I mean? Just saying. Can people hear me? I feel like I've gotten the "Who is Pierce afraid of?" though, like 30 times. Maybe I need to refresh my chat. I probably need to refresh my chat, if I had to guess. Yeah, I probably just had to refresh. Oh, yeah. Nope, there's a lot of text here that I would just hadn't loaded in for some reason. I think it's because I swapped over to another page real quick. Do I have a pet? I do have a mini Australian Shepherd named Bento. He's probably sleeping upstairs right now. I like the crying sheep. Kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest. Just a sheep that cries. It's kind of something. Trying to figure out where I'm losing. Where did I lose it? What's my favorite meal? Tacos. I love tacos so much. Have you watched Cash and Nico? I have not. Ships of Gareth and Adore and Ian and Gold are valid. I'd be careful about shipping characters with inanimate objects, but you know, you do you. The question is, can Adore consent? I don't think so. Is Ian coming back? Wasn't he in like yesterday's video or something? He's in videos pretty frequently. How old do you think SMP Pierce is compared to Minor Demons Pierce? Oh, they're the same age. They're the same age, but Minor Demons Pierce was a child soldier and had to grow up a lot, whereas SMP Pierce is not. What are the behind the scenes like of recording a video? I can't actually reveal anything about it, but it's a fun space. You know, it's fun to record the stuff and try to be creative in the space and try to do new things in Minecraft. It's fun. Are the Aphmau characters in real life as they are in Minecraft? No, they are not. And I say that not to spoil any like fun or anything for anyone, but just to note that, like, for example, me as Pierce, I love playing a goofy little guy who's just not very smart, right? But I can read. You know what I mean? I can read compared to Pierce, who has pretty frequent difficulties with that. You know what I mean? Keston, who plays Zane, is extremely nice. Very nice boy. Yeah, just everybody's great. Everybody's great. Who are you going to call? My mom later, hopefully. Ghostbusters. That's what you're looking for, right? How long have I been married for? Oh, boy. We got married in 2022, so coming up on 3 years. October of 2022, so yeah. Pretty cool. Should do a reaction video on my stream, too. Sure, yeah. I don't think I'd probably do it as the different characters, but I do it as me. Sure. It's raining tacos, I wish. No, I don't. Like, in theory, it's like, it's raining tacos. But then it's like, oh, boy, that's a mess everywhere. I have a yard these days, guys. I don't want to have to, like, scrape carnitas out of my grass. That doesn't sound fun. If you just rain in one spot and I can have a bucket, then maybe. Do you have the sheep from VidCon? I have several sheep from VidCon. Actually, I have a new sheep that I got while I was in Iceland. Here's a new sheep that I have. His name is Bear, and he's very cute. Look at him. Look at this little sheep guy. I'm just gonna put him right here. There he is. But I also have all the different sheep I got from VidCons, and they're very cute. Thank you. What's the best advice about what life has taught you in Andrew's voice? In Andrew's voice, he talked a little bit like this. I mean, the number one thing that worked well for me was say yes to things. You know, if something is going to take you out of your comfort zone, but someone is entrusting you with something to try something new, do it. Like, don't do anything that's illegal or anything like that, obviously. But if the only thing preventing you from doing it is you're uncomfortable at the thought about trying something new, try it anyway. Worst comes to worst, you were right, and you didn't like doing it, but now you know. Or you try something new and you really do like it. I don't remember. Is that how Andrew talked? I think that's how Andrew talked. But I really do mean that. I'm here now doing the stuff that I do because I said yes to things that a younger version of me would have been too afraid or too cowardly or too timid to do. And, that's how you limit yourself a lot. Take those opportunities to try new things when life offers them to you. What do you think about Hermitcraft? I've never watched, but I know it's good. Do I have kids? I do not have kids. What would happen if Pierce May realized you were the voice of him? He'd probably try to kill me to preserve the original Pierce. That's okay. Have yourself a good rest of your day, KB. I think the third bottom piece goes to the one by the flower by Aaron. This one here? Next to the flower by Aaron. This one has just, I think, a little too much texture on it to fit over there. But it's a good looking out. Guess also plays Dante. It's true. Did I see any walls on my hallway? Or my holiday? I don't know what you mean by walls. I don't really watch a lot. If you're asking about other Minecrafters, I don't really watch other Minecraft channels very much. Who is better, Zane or Gareth? Gareth. Kessin's great though. And if I got to play one of the two, I'd rather play Zane because he's got a lot of like depth to his character that's very fun that I enjoy. Like especially the modern day Zane, he's pathetic in a wonderful way that I would absolutely eat up in terms of playing. It's very fun. But if I had to hang out with one of them, I'd rather hang out with Gareth. What was it, Andrew in Minor Demons? Lee's voice actor's voicing Andrew? No. I voice Andrew, but it might be Austin Lee Matthews voices the other dad. Just to be clear. Favorite Thomas and Friends character? Oh, I was always a Percy fan, even though he was not necessarily always a very nice guy. I just like the color green. Was that Percy? Who was the green steam engine or tank engine? How many emails do I have? Probably somewhere getting up to 30 at this point. Do I watch anime? My favorite anime ever is Spirited Away. I love that one so much, and I love Miyazaki films in general. I don't really watch a lot of like series anime, but there's some good stuff here and there. Is Noise VA busy? Yeah, I believe he is pretty busy. Can you do your best Zane impression? Aphmau. I'm Zane. Yeah, there's somewhere in there. Aphmau, you gotta help me convince KC that I'm still good. It's not that great. Please, Aphmau. Is Percy. There you go. Yeah. I just really liked the green color of Percy back when I was a kid. So there it is. Would I like to have kids? Sure. Yeah. What's a TV series or movie you'd recommend to watch? I'm very behind on a lot of like TV shows and things, so I'm pretty terrible at giving suggestions and things. That said, Marissa and I we recently finished Severance, which was very good. Finished watching Ted Lasso, which I know is like, we're way behind on Ted Lasso, but that was very, very good. I kind of stayed away from it for a while because I was like, even though I'm a sports guy, I was still like, ew, sports. I don't want to like commit to watching a whole show about like, especially a sport that I'm not that interested in. But it doesn't matter. It's a really fun show and you should watch it. Movies. I just recently watched again on the plane. I watched the Barbie movie again, and I very much enjoyed that. That was lovely. I also watched Mickey 17. I did get to see that in theaters, but I watched it again on the plane, and that's a very fun movie. It didn't get nearly enough attention. A very, very fun movie about Robert Pattinson, aka Mr. Vampire from Twilight, but also the Batman as of late and things like that. He plays this kind of down on his luck, goofy voiced like Bronxian boy. He actually sounds like a more pathetic Pierce to a certain extent.
Like, hi, I'm Mickey, and I owe a lot of people a lot of money, so I tried to get on this spaceship that was going to another planet, right? And they didn't have a lot of jobs open, so I signed up to be what's called an expendable, which is you sign your life away, and then you go and you do dangerous missions, yeah? And when you don't come back from those missions, they just print a new version of you and upload all your memories from the previous version of yourself, and you just have to live that way.
That Robert Pattinson talks like that the whole way. Well, spoilers, he doesn't, but but those are spoilers. And the title of the movie, Mickey 17, is because when you finally meet him in the movie, he's the 17th Mickey that's been on this expedition. And that's tough, man. That's real tough. Fun movie. Again, highly recommend if you like Robert Pattinson, if you like goofy, kind of oddball sci-fi movies. Or if you enjoyed Parasite, which is the previous the director's previous movie. Watch Superman. I do want to see the new Superman. Yeah. Favorite part about voice acting is Pierce? It's just that he's such a goofy little guy. And I love playing just a head empty, no thoughts, silly little man. And that I get to get paid. Most importantly, I get to get paid to do that. That might sound a little, like, what's the word I'm looking for? That might sound a little cynical, but I'm in such a rare position, guys. There are so few actors who get to keep getting paid as long as I have to do shows like this, and I very much enjoy those. Where the puzzle from? Aphmau.com. The merch site for Aphmau should have it. Rather Netflix or Disney Plus? Probably Netflix. Just a wider range of stuff. What do you think happened to Vlad? I've never met Vlad. Because I haven't watched My Street, sorry. Do you like any good Transformers movies or TV shows? I watched like the original trilogy of Transformers, live-action Transformers movie when I was growing up, but I haven't really engaged the stuff. I know that the big exploding movies are considered kind of low art in the Transformers lore, and that there's some really good stuff in Transformers, but I haven't engaged with it. Excuse me. Who is my favorite voice actor? I really like some Pro ZD. Anytime I hear him in a thing, I'm very excited. Speaking of which, all of you kind of inner core fans, there's a new episode of Big Top Burger out with Worthy Kids, and he's there, just like he always is. He's there. You have an army of sheep plushies? I've got a handful, yeah. What's my email again? Contact, like you're getting in contact with someone. Contact at shadowtemple.com, but there's no underscore. It's just SHADO temple.com. When did I start voice acting? 2014, I think. Heard of Las Vegas having an Uno casino place? I've not seen gambling Uno. It sounds pretty wild to me, though. Whales, why was in Iceland? No, I did not see any whales, unfortunately. But did see lots of fjords. So many fjords. Fjords. Have I seen Has Been a Hotel or Hell of a Boss? I've not watched them, actually, even though I should. Favorite Thomas and Friends narrator? Oh, boy. I'm unfortunately, you have to understand that I have not watched a Thomas and Friends episode since I was like 4 or 5. Wasn't it like Ringo Starr who was like one of the original narrators? In which case, probably that. Heard of Forsaken? Is that a game that came out relatively recently? That's my fullest extent to knowledge of it. Do a stream with Rise's voice actor? Well, you're in luck. Tomorrow, over on my Twitch channel at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be playing Peak alongside James, Jambuds, the guy who plays Rise, Kim, Corinne, and a fourth person that I don't know, but I will be excited to learn more about. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that over on my Twitch channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. First voice in Phoenix Drop Days is also in K-Pop Demon Hunters. Yep. Oh, yeah. Someone really jumps around. He's got a lot of gigs, man. But yes, we actually have a lot of that. That happens a lot with the Aphmau stuff. Is that she picked? She's been doing role plays for like 10 years. So there are plenty of actors who started doing stuff like the role plays, who then became very popular afterwards. Bet you this fits right here. Bam! Ringo Starr was the original Thomas and Friends. Yeah, that was the last narrator I had as a kid. So that is the one I'd have to say, because I do like that. What was my favorite show as a child? Ooh. It's got to be Legends of the Hidden Temple. It was a game show back in the late 80s, early 90s on Nickelodeon. A lot of my Twitch branding is kind of focused around that because it's very fun. It's a fun show. Do you know if alternate series is going to have Aaron come back? I mean, probably. I don't know what their plan is for alternates. Even though all we know collectively is that they're going to bring it back, right? Pretty sure. Why am I not puzzled? They just only had a certain amount of space. Can we see Bento? I think we probably can. Give me one sec. Where did you get the name Pierce from? From Aphmau. She came up with it. I did not. Oh, they introduced him as voice actor in Phoenix Drop Days. Oh, that poor show. Can I do a live stream with Jess, Jason, Chris, and the VA Voices Noi? Probably not. Never in a million years with Jason. He's just far too busy of a lad. Jess, also probably not. She's also just too wildly busy these days. But I have done streams with her in the past, and those streams are on my YouTube channel. You can go back and watch some of the VODs of those. But not a live stream anytime too soon. As for the other boys, maybe sometime. Did I watch Teen Titans? I did. I didn't watch Go very much, but I did watch the original. All the characters' voice actor is my favorite. I mean, it's Pierce. It's just Pierce. It's got to be. What's my real name? As far as you know, Shadow Temple. What's my favorite video I made with Jess? I don't really have one. I have bits. I'm a man of many bits who enjoys a good bit. That is to say, like a fun joke or a fun premise. But those happen in so many different videos. It's hard to describe and inscribe any one particular video with my all-time favorite stuff. I'd have to go back and watch a lot to figure out what my favorite one was. We also just put out so many videos, guys. Just so many. And as a result, it all blends together in my brain. You know what I mean? Do I have a recommended movie? I don't know. What do you want to watch? Here, I'll summon my dog here real quick. Hey, Bento! Bento, can you come here? Bento! Come here, baby. He's coming. He's coming. Hi. Oh, big boy. Hello. Hello. Hi. Here's Bento, by the way. He is my mini Australian Shepherd. He's 6 years old, and he's a good boy. You are. I know. I know. And I guess I'm a little sweaty because he is going to town on my ears. All right. Hello. Hi. Were you sleeping? Yeah. He's a good boy, guys. What can I say? He's just a good boy. He's a very good boy. Bento, can you shake? Oh, that's a good boy. Can you shake? Haha, I got you again. Oh. Yeah. Do you have anything to say for the people at home? Anything you'd like to say? Anything? No? You're a good boy. He's like, is that it? Come on. Come on! Would I rather DC or Marvel? I'm more interested in the stuff that DC's put out recently compared to Marvel. But I've certainly watched more Marvel, I think. Any tips for voice acting? I saw before and then I lost it. There it is. Biggest thing I say is try to figure out what your voice is best at doing. And I'm not talking about like, I can do an old prospector voice. Because people can do impressions all the time. What is unique to you is your own voice, right? And so it is less about like trying to do other people's voices and more about figuring out what you are going to be the best at doing, right? And so just find what you can convince people to listen to you with whatever voice you have. Because the voice that I'm talking to you right now was not the voice I had 10 years ago. I mean, people get older and what all, but it also comes down to I learned how to build this voice out of myself just by spending time and understanding what I can and cannot do. And so, yeah, figure out how you can say things. Corinne and Chris's question, you want to ask the same. If you go to VidCon and you gave you a drawing of Pierce, what Pierce line would you want? Normal SMP Pierce? Probably SMP. Honestly, whichever one is your favorite, to be honest. I am just as excited to see fan art of either character. What I say is my best friend in the Aphmau crew. Of the various people that I've hung out with, personally, excuse me, I'd probably hung out with Keston the most. He lives a little bit closer than the rest of the cast, and we both have a love of roller coasters and things, so we definitely hit those up. You summon Pierce by saying mutton in the mirror 3 times. You can't summon him, but you can make your mutton disappear. He'll just scoop it out. What's my favorite game? The Mass Effect trilogy. You can get it all together as Mass Effect Legendary Edition these days. One of my fans is currently playing it and documenting their progress on Discord, and it has inspired me to want to play another round of that game. Even though I've already played through that game like 6 times. There's no need for me to play it again. But God, it's good. It's just so good. I love it so much. I think this piece goes somewhere around here. Yeah. Like right there. I'm going to pull some of these pieces out of here because these have been sitting up here a while and they're not doing anything, and I should not have them just sit up here doing nothing. Friends, by the way, you're welcome for the poster, by the way. I know some of you have already received your posters from the first time that we did a Streamly live stream page. You should absolutely go check that out. Streamly.com/Shadow Temple. At the top of the page there, you can see. You can get autographed prints from yours truly. You should definitely hit those up. What made me be a YouTuber? Getting a voiceover gig in YouTube. No, in high school, I actually was split as to what I wanted to do with my life. I either wanted to be an engineer or I wanted to get into video production because YouTube was kind of hitting its... was just starting to kind of kick off when I was getting into high school. And so I actually learned how to like edit videos and things. I was messing around. This YouTube channel is actually like very old. I think it's like 2009 or something that I set this up. And I eventually went to school for engineering instead, but there was always a love, always a desire to get into video production and stuff. And so when all this came up, and along with like live streaming and stuff, which I have done plenty of now, yeah, the idea of being in the space was very exciting to me, and I just kind of stuck with it. There we go. Here's Pierce Envy on the SMP. Aaron, he is simultaneously afraid of and envious of Aaron, who just seems to be ultimately very successful in his brain. In my head, at least, I think Pierce sees Aaron as like a mentor figure and would probably be made a much better person if Aaron wanted to spend the time mentoring him. But there's no way that Aaron would ever want to do that because Pierce is far too annoying. Well, Shadow play Mass Effect again before the Persona 4 remake releases. No, there's no way. There's no way. There's a desire there, but there's not time there. There's not. Very top piece can go between. So the problem is it's two grabbers as opposed to two sticky things. I'm trying to figure out where that actually goes relative to the rest of the top of this puzzle. There's a piece out of place somewhere here, and I got to figure out where that piece is. There's also a chance there's just straight up a piece missing, which is something I got to figure out as well. But yeah. The real men of genius. Real men of genius. They haven't done one of those in a long time. You let my "it's like a clock" short. I thought that was very funny too. It was so silly. Can I call someone from the Aphmau group? Nah. When we're not recording videos and we're not planned to do stuff, I try not to drag people in for the sake of content. I don't like surprising them with stuff like that. Just to be clear. That said, like I said, I'm playing with James and Corinne, aka Rise and Kim, tomorrow over on my Twitch channel. So if you want to see them and talk to them, we're going to be streaming then. And I'm not really much of a Roblox player. I might play some someday on this channel, just because I know people would like it over here. But I don't have a desire or need to do so at the moment. Tell if you want to meet her. I mean, best way to do that is get yourself ready for VidCon or some other. The hope is maybe we can do more conventions in the future, but she's not coming to you. I guess. Long story short, you know what I mean. If and when things are announced that she has events that you can go see her, I'd recommend going and seeing her at those events. How have I been? I've been pretty good. It's been a little crazy getting kind of back into shape, just life-wise, considering how much how long I was gone the past couple of weeks here. But yeah, it's been good. Dress to Impress is on the massive list of to-do games. That's true. Is it even popular anymore? I don't even know. You're no longer Aubrey Love. You're now Pierce Love. Well, there you go. Send an email. All right, thank you. Doing nothing. You're distracted by chat, right? You still wanted to react to Minor Demons with James? Yeah, and we tried to schedule it, but it just, Again, I was gone for like two-ish weeks, and then I'm going to be gone for a week in August, and it's one of those things where the timing hasn't really lined up for that, but I think it's still in the cards. I think it's still in the plan that eventually we're going to do we'll do a watch along of that. Yeah, it's just one of those things where every time we think we're going to have time to do it, it just gets away from us. Zach still plays it. There you go. That said, I'd have to create a new account entirely on Roblox. I can't use the one that I do Aphmau stuff with, so I'd have to create a new account and all that stuff. Just not hard. I just have to do it. In case you're wondering, that account is exclusive for Aphmau videos. Where the heck do you go? I guess it could be the other way around. Yeah, that's probably it. It probably goes like right here or somewhere abouts. Maybe you go here. You most certainly do. Look at you. Yeah. Will I update my YouTube channel the peak stuff? Yeah, probably will. Yeah, just like I did with the first round of that. I guess that'd be an interesting question too. So, you know, we're playing Peak tomorrow with some of the Aphmau crew. I also did a stream of Peak with my wife, Marissa. Marissa and I did just a 2-player run of Peak to see if we get all the way to the end, and we almost did. We got all the way to the last level, and then we died. Would you guys, would this audience, would these YouTube friends be interested in watching a playthrough of Peak with me and my wife? Like, we'll still post the version with the rest of the cast, but yeah. Okay, all right, I might put that up. I wasn't sure if people would like that or not, because it's not as Aphmau related, but you get to interact with Marissa, so that's fun. I see that you're Pierce Love now. Congratulations, yeah. Do I have sheep? I don't actually have sheep in real life, if that's what you're wondering. No. I live in a suburb. I don't think they'd be too excited. My neighbors would be too excited if I started suddenly growing sheep in the backyard. Don't think they'd be too pleased about that one. Piece has got to go there. There's a chance that one doesn't necessarily fit. It rounds nicely, but I don't think it's necessarily the right spot for you. I don't think that you actually know. Because you got too bright of a section here at the tippy top. So if not there, then where do you go is the question. Bento seems very confused. He keeps circling underneath my feet. No, Edward is Teen Edward or Jacob? Probably Edward. Jacob freaked me out with imprinting on a baby. Ever voiced in My Street? I have not. No. In fairness, My Street happened, like the last bit of My Street happened before Minor Demons did, if I understand the chronology correctly. In which case, it would be very difficult for me to have been in there because I didn't even know what Aphmau was before Minor Demons. What was the latest video I was in with Aphmau? Fusing with my friends in Minecraft, which came out allegedly 4 minutes ago. So, there you go. Gotta pay the puzzle piece tax. Bento just eats one right then and there. It would be funny if I had sheep, but I do not. Sorry. An army of emus, boy. Can I sing? Sure. Will I sing? No. In that, I do sing, and I do enjoy singing, and I think it's fun. But I don't think I have anything to offer you guys that'd be like, oh my God, he is the voice of an angel. I sing for myself. Does Bento want a treat? Of course he does. He always does. Never not. Is Ian annoying? The character Ian, yes, absolutely. By design. He's a jerk. The character Ian is quite annoying. He's impulsive, he's selfish. Has a chip on his shoulder constantly, always wants conflict. You don't want that in your life. But again, to be clear, the character Ian. But yes, friends, as a reminder, we are going to be streaming later tonight as well, in addition to this stream here. We're going to be playing some Expedition 33 over my Twitch channel tonight around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope you'll tune in if you'd like. Just note with the Twitch streams, I don't really answer Aphmau questions. Just to note, as people might stroll in for those. These are for these are the streams for those things. Those streams are more focused just exclusively on the games we're playing, if that makes sense. So if you're here right now and you're like, ugh, I wish you'd stop talking about Aphmau stuff, you're in luck. There's a whole different website for that I stream on for that. So I hope you'll tune in over there sometime. This might fit. Does it? Kinda. Yeah, it should. Just judging by the design. I think so, yeah. Need a Pierce plush cat? They're very cute. Last email later? Probably, yeah. Just not during this, of course. Like in real life, is he annoying? No, Chris is fine. Ever watched My Street? I have not. Can I do Minor Eamon's voice? Yes. Are you still in the Aphmau survival world with all the others? We haven't been on that server in a very long time. There's this idea. We just don't really play a ton of Minecraft outside of the videos. And it's not that we don't like Minecraft or anything like that. It's just, you do anything as often as we do, and you start to get a little tired of doing it. You know what I mean? I love tacos. Love them to death. But if I had to eat nothing but tacos every day, that was just like the only food I had access to, pretty soon I'd stop loving tacos as much. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes for Minecraft. It's an excellent game, love it to death. But it's not something that I actively seek to do in my free time. Does that make sense? I'll do it for the sake of, making videos and having fun with friends and stuff sometimes. But like, for that server, for example, we have to actually put in like real time, right? And eventually, you just start wearing out. Build a house in the Aphmau setting, survival and creative. The tower house was mine. I built that. There are lots of iterations of it over time that have had lots of different builds over many years. But that very first one was mine. Do you think Zane is overprotective of Aphmau? Absolutely. But that's part of the joke, right? Part of his like character progression is that he is fiercely protective of Aphmau, even if it sometimes gets him into more, or him and her into more trouble than what have happened if he had just like listened to her or trusted her to protect herself. And that's part of the gig, right? Part of the fun. Such a particular piece. There's so many circles inside of this thing. Sorry, I gotta look like really intensely at this for a second. I think this goes like up here in terms of the top of this cloud. This probably goes up here. This probably goes like right here. Where I get this puzzle on the Aphmau merch page, aphmau.com. I mean, part of why this puzzle's taking me so long, just to be clear, is that is that I'm reading chat more than I'm building the puzzle, right? That I hope people understand that this is the puzzle is secondary to the true purpose of this stream, which is to hang out and chat with you guys. What was my reaction when it became popular? I was very surprised, to be honest. I think I mentioned earlier, I didn't know that Minecraft was still popular. Like, I knew it was, relatively popular, but I didn't know it was, like, still, like, people making videos and people watching videos and having a grand time with that kind of popular. Obviously, I'm very excited that that's the case because I have a job now. But at the time, I didn't know. I just didn't know. I think that's maybe too early. No, that could be right. Feels like it fits, yeah. Can I sing any Loving Caliber song? I don't know the words well enough, or the tune, or I haven't listened to them more than twice. So, not quite. Give some behind the scenes of Aphmau vids. You'd have to ask Aphmau herself. We're just not, we sign papers and things that protect the secrets of the company and the special sauce about how we make these videos. And so, as much as we'd love to let you guys behind the scenes, it would have to be first and foremost from within, It can't be me. Do I have a favorite dessert? Tiramisu. If people are upset about me not answering your questions, it may just be that I don't have an answer for it. It's not that I'm trying to ignore questions. It's just that there's only so much I can do. Will I ever watch My Street? Possibly, maybe. And I have watched Minor Demons, especially the episodes with Pearson, of course. Sing the Mutton song, please. It's on the internet. You can go find it. Just for the sake of protecting my voice, because I got a lot of other stuff to do today, vocally. But it is out there. You can watch it. Favorite type of blue? Light blue. Favorite dessert is what? Tiramisu. It's an Italian dessert that is lady fingers, which are like little long cakes, soaked in espresso, and then topped with like a sweet cream. Very good. Would I stream it like James did? If I was gonna watch My Street, yes, I'd do it for content. Ever watch any other series by Aphmau? Not really. I joined really late on the channel, and I mostly just focus on the stuff that I'm doing, so that I can work to improve upon it. because you know I'm always trying to make the stuff that I can present to you guys and to the Aphmau stuff in general the best I can. And so a lot of that is me focusing mainly on just making sure I'm doing the best I can and making Pierce the best character he can be. Making him fun and happy and interesting and a better goof all the time. That's always my hope for the boy. I think that piece goes right about there. Why is my character not about fear butterflies? We talked about it before, but long story short, there was a video where Pierce needed to not like a butterfly, so I just decided he's deathly afraid of butterflies because he thought Ian was eaten by one of them. And the joke has stuck ever since. And yes, I can't talk about videos, of course, that are in process of being made. I can only talk about videos that have been made. And even then, I can't talk about necessarily too much of the process of that. Should collab with James to watch Aphmau series? Again, we want to. It's been a scheduling issue. We are streaming tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Have I heard of the Boo Boos? Yes, I have. People should buy some La Meow Meows instead. Please. La Meow Meows? That's what I meant to say. Meow Meows were the original name of Meow Meows, though. I don't do shout-outs right now, guys, but hi. I see you all there. Hello. Because otherwise I'll just be sitting here reading a list of names. Scale of 1 to 10, how much I like making vids with Aphmau? A solid 9. Sometimes, you know, I don't want to necessarily play Minecraft in my life, but it's a pretty cool job, man. It's a pretty cool job, and I do like doing it. What time tomorrow? 7 p.m. Eastern is when that's going to happen. Please play Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Edition's cool and all, but it just doesn't have the mod support that Java does. So, you know, if you kind of pro tip for all of you out there who see the Aphmau stuff and want to try doing it yourself, you do really kind of have to play Java eventually, because that's the place where you can get all the cool mods that help you make really cool videos. I'm not saying it's impossible to make good videos out of Bedrock, but you should do mod stuff. One sec, friends. Do I have fun with my job? I do. I do have fun with my job. I enjoy it quite a bit. Again, how many people get to do the things that I get to do for their career? It's insane. It's insane. It's absurd. And so, you know, while I have my day-to-day, like, oh boy, here we go, kind of sometimes, that just happens to anything you're doing a ton of, you know? Largely, it is a very cool and unique experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. This fits right here, maybe? I think I already tried that in. It's weird because it looks like it should. It just doesn't quite fit there. This doesn't fit here. No, that doesn't fit. Really feels like it should. But that one totally does, so I gotta leave that there. Just have to. When I started working for Aphmau, 2019, the summer of 2019. So I'm coming up on, I'm on my 7th year of working with Aphmau at the moment, which is pretty wild. Is Max still in the group with, along with Noi? You haven't seen both of them in videos? Max more on the Roblox channel. If you keep an eye on that, she's definitely on there from time to time. As for Noi, I don't know. Hop, we're not gonna. Let's not play that game. Let's be kind to the kids. Well, My Street's taking the last time come out. Piers, I don't know any information that wasn't already released during VidCon. I'd recommend going back and watching the live stream, because that's the most recent information that I'm aware of. It was relatively soon, right? Like this year, I want to say. But I don't have any information like beyond that. Sorry. This might go all the way down here. No. Too far. I think this fits right here, though. If I had to guess. Anybody else's end blurry? Hopefully not. You're not making me mad, Pierce Love, just to be clear. I just try to make sure that other people aren't mad at me. Do I like dogs? I do. I do. Actually, you know, friends, I don't think it's set up today, but for those of you who want shoutouts and like want personalized video shoutouts, we're gonna get set up on Streamly to start doing that. Kind of like if you've ever seen Cameo, same idea is like the stuff on Cameo where you can like pay like somebody on the internet or some celebrity or something like that to like give you a shout out and talk to you for a minute. We'll have that on my Streamly page coming up here soon. You should definitely keep an eye on that. Or in the meantime, buy a print. And the next Monday, when I'm signing your print, I'll be specifically shouting you out. And you can check that out. Do I have any pets? I have one dog. He's very cute. He was on just a minute ago. And I do not have any kids. Have I met someone named Iris? Probably several, if I had to guess. Probably lots of Irises over my years. Your dog, Luna, she's mixed between a Springer and a Lab. She's called a Springer Door. My sister actually has a Luna as well, who is a mix between a Bernese Mountain Dog and a Golden Retriever, and so is designated as a Golden Mountain Dog. Very cute, very anxious dog. Absolutely loving. She gets a little nervous about things. So do we all, don't we? Favorite episode of Minor Demons? Oh boy, probably when we take her to the park. That was some of my favorite lines from for Pierce at least. How many siblings do I have? I have one sister. Technically, if you want to be like, oh, I have two siblings, or I have a sister and a brother-in-law, because they got married, and then that's a whole thing. But yeah, literally by blood, one sister, one younger sister. Fortunately, one SMP member out of existence, who would it be? I think you asked this earlier, but I'll say it again. Kitty. Can't believe Kitty keeps coming in, causing such chaos, and then leaving without saying goodbye. Where am I from? Wisconsin. Pheromones fans at VidCon. Probably my favorite is that I saw a fan who was dressed up as Pierce walking out of the convention, and I had missed them. For whatever reason. And I was going up an escalator and they were like walking the opposite way, and I spotted them. I was like, oh man. So I ran up the rest of that escalator that I was going up to run down the other side so that I could then catch them as they were going up another escalator on the other side of the convention center. And then I chased them down and gave them a hug and an autograph, and it was really cute. Casting, where's Button from? You should go check out the clip of that. I did it in the at the beginning of the Aphmau. No, beginning of the signing stream that I did, which is the VODs on this channel. And a couple people have clipped it and put it on their own channels too. As my favorite animal, actually, sheep. Not me personally. I don't know if I have a favorite animal necessarily. I mean, like, penguins are fun. Dolphins are cool. Dogs are wonderful. I mean, it might be just dogs, honestly. I know that sounds kind of boring, but dogs are just so fun. Yes, I do remember what Where Does Button Come From? And like again, I promised that if we sold a certain number of prints for through Streamily for the last time we did a signing, that I would sing it live on stream, and I did. But I don't have any of the stuff prepped for this one, so I wouldn't do it just because it would take a bit to get set up. And I'm running out of time here for the day. I have met a dog. They are pretty great. It's true, right? Who's the person from the Aphmau group that I probably talked to the most? Probably Corinne, the gal who plays Kim. We chat quite a bit, mostly about just like streaming stuff and living as voice actors and things. Just a lot of like, you know, professional friend stuff. Would you like your name if the name is actually Pierce instead of Shadow? Yeah, I mean, Pierce is fine. Can't help you with audio, and I can't explain to you how to fix your audio if you can't hear me. So that makes things difficult, don't it? But day's going pretty good. I haven't gotten as much done as I'd like to today, but it's been good. It's been good. It's been good. Do I like cats? Sure. Will you see me? Would you be coming on stage again? I would love to. I don't think we have anything on the books right now, but I would love to do more live shows and things. I had a dream someday that we'd like go on tour and we'd do like you know, go around to different cities and do like a little stage show. I think that'd be super heckin' cute. I understand that the logistics of that are pretty difficult. Plus, you know, people have families and stuff they have to take care of. Can't believe they prioritize family over meeting random people around the U.S. But yes, there's that balance of trying to figure out the kind of stuff we'd want to do on the road and taking care of our families and things. But I'd like to. If it could, would I own a sheep? Probably not. I don't actually personally like mutton very much. I can make sheep's cheese, which is pretty tasty actually, but I don't know. I still have Mouse Diamonds because she gets them. And then I can have them. Imagine having in-laws. Do you like making videos with Aphmau? I do, absolutely. There's no lie there. There's no like big secret. Would I do it if I wasn't getting paid? Probably not all the time. But as my job, it's fantastic. Love it. Wonder if this would fit up here. Yeah, I think that works right there. We're getting some stuff done today. I know we didn't make a ton of progress on the puzzle, but we do it all the time. Kukiari, I don't have any answers for you about Jess's kids. I know she is very selective about how much or how little they're involved with the channel. So I try not to talk about her kids very much. I have met them before, though, and they are lovely. What's my zodiac sign? I'm an Aries. So I was trying to get them to say hi, Violet. I would never say hi, Violet. That sounds like such a hard thing to have to say hi, Violet. Could you imagine? Do you have any hobbies that Pierce has? I may not look like it, but I actually do like exercising. Like pumping weights and stuff. Let's go. What country / state is in VidCon at? It's in the United States of America. It's in Anaheim, California. So actually right next to Disneyland, if you've ever been. It's right there. It's right there in old Disneyland. This might fit up here. Do it. It do. Ha ha. Can I do a Pierce impression? No, I'm pretty bad at Pierce impressions. Am I doing puzzles? Would I come to the UK if I could? If someone paid us to go, yeah, absolutely. It's not one of those things where it's like, I won't go to UK unless you pay me. So much as I need someone to cover the costs of me getting there. I can't just afford flying there and everywhere around the US and the world. If that makes sense. Did we go to Disneyland while we were there? We did. It was fun. It was very fun. Yeah, I always recommend if people are going to VidCon, or like trying to think of a good way or a good reason to go to VidCon, go to Disneyland too while you're at it. Make like a whole trip out of it if you can. Because, you know, for some of you, that's a long trip out to California. And so rather than pinning all of your hopes and dreams on just seeing the Aphmau folk, you'll also make another trip out of it, you know? Go to Universal, go to Disneyland, do some fun stuff out that way. And also VidCon, maybe for a day. Because honestly, VidCon, you could do VidCon in a day. What's my favorite mob? I mean, sheep are pretty cool. They are pretty multi-purpose, aren't they? I do like chickens. Honestly, they float down really fun. But Sniffer is got to be probably my ultimate favorite one. It's just so big and goofy and big old snooter, and it's really cute. Does whether me and the character or the guy who plays Ian, Chris, and I hang out? Not very much anymore. He used to live a little closer to me, but these days he is pretty far away from where I am. So, no, we don't spend a ton of time together. There was a time where we spent a little bit more time. He's a little bit close. He was a little closer to me back then, but these days, not so much. And that's all right. You know, people drift in and out of your life over time, and you just roll with the punches, friends. That seems to fit pretty well. And does this go here then? It do. Lovely. Oh, your favorite Minor Demon? Your favorite Minor Demons character other than mine? Rise. I think Rise is fun. I still have those diamonds because she gets them and I don't have them and I want them. So there. More Floorborger. You liked Floorborger, huh? Probably not, but I'm sure we'll do another Floor Mart subsidiary someday. Some game that I wanted. There are a few flight attendant simulator games, but they're all like AI based, and so I don't want to play them if they're AI based. But there are a couple different sims out there that I think Floor Mart could jump to. I would love to do a Floor Airlines. Or Floor Airways. Just because I like the idea of a like supermarket chain getting into airfare. I think it's a really funny bit. Favorite mob once again was the Sniffer. Did I have a sheep meow? Yeah, meow. Where'd he go? Here he is. Absolutely, I got the big boy. Here he is. I'll put him right here. Floorburger Land of the Two Petty Freaks. Exactly. How's Michael Zekas doing? He's streaming these days. You can watch his streams if you want and ask him. Play together in the hub of Minecraft. Also, how do new people join the Aphmau channel? You don't really, there's not really a process for joining the Aphmau channel. However, we do have my own personal community Minecraft server. It is Java based, so you do have to play Java. But it is it's something you can join if you want. It is exclusive to Patreon patrons, however, or people who subscribe on my Twitch channel at tier 2 or tier 3 levels. If you do that, you can join on in. We're actually going to be streaming on that server coming up here on Saturday. So I hope you guys will tune in for that over on Twitch as well. We're running out of time here, by the way, friends. We're going to be done in about 9 minutes here. Just keeping an eye on that. But yeah, check out the Patreon for more information there. $10 or the $10 level or higher, and you can join on in. It's mainly there because we want to keep the server population relatively low, so we're not getting into too much trouble and stuff. And it is a very chill place, mind you. It's not a place of like we're not pranking each other and getting into big fights and things. It is just for funsies. Is there an Aphmau platform for Bedrock players? There is not. Not that I'm aware of. There might be unofficial spots, but not anything official. That said, there are, of course, skins and things you can buy off the Minecraft Marketplace for Aphmau stuff. Pretty cool. Does Jess pay me to voice act? Yes. Yes, she does. She pays me enough that it is my main job. Absolutely. I think it's funny sometimes, because I get a question pretty frequently of like, does she make you make the videos? And it's like, no. Or in the sense that she does, but then pays me to do that. It's just a job. That's all jobs. In the same way of like, does somebody force you to work at McDonald's? No. But if you want money, you do have to work then. If that makes sense. I can't tell you how much she pays me, but just suffice it to say, she does pay me enough that for the most part, I can live just off of that. It helps that I have a very smart and wonderful wife above me who works as a software engineer who also helps support my life. If it was just my income, we could live. With both Marissa and mine, we do pretty good, and we can go and like on trips and stuff. If that makes sense. Marissa is the breadwinner though, and she does pay the mortgage, so that's nice. I pay for everything else, but she catches those too. I have a wife now. I've had a wife for coming up on 3 years. I'm married? What? Yeah. Again, I feel kind of bad because everyone's like, "Are you and Ian gay?" And it's like, I'm sorry, guys, but no. I feel like I'm disappointing people that way, but you know, is how it be. How are we? We're good. We're doing good. I'm funny. Well, thank you. I try. I genuinely, actually, factually try. You have a character with a mask that covers the whole face. But then how would we know who you were? What did I do before Aphmau? I used to work so I started working as an engineer. I have an engineering degree in robotics and computer engineering. So not like computer science. I focused more on the actual like hardware of computers, and the design of like circuitry and things like that. But then once I was done with that, once I was done with my first job of that, I was looking for something else to do for a little bit, and started teaching science for a couple of years. Actually, 6 years I spent teaching science, and that was very fun. And then I was teaching science right up until the Aphmau channel blew up enough during COVID that I swapped jobs. That I like doing Aphmau videos took up so much of my time that I couldn't keep working at as a science teacher. So yeah, quit that job and been working with Aphmau ever since. Ever plan to get another pet? Once Bento's gone, yes, but I don't think until then. He's enough. Versus when he felt something happened more recently, been married for like 8 years. I mean, we've been together since like 2017. So we've been dating for 8 years, but we've been married for 3. Do I voice act for any other characters other than Aphmau's characters? Yeah, here and there. I've done a couple fan projects here and there. My commercial work is mainly I work with I've done audiobooks as well. I've done 9 audiobooks. And then I have voiced some characters for an indie horror developer. Have you ever heard of Puppet Combo? I've done a couple characters for them. I actually submitted lines for a new game of theirs that'll come out eventually. I don't know when. But yeah, that'll be my third. I did some minor characters for them. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have done 7 characters for them by the time that the next game comes out. So that's pretty fun. How to meet Jess? I didn't really meet Jess until I was working with the channel for quite a while. I auditioned for Pierce just like as a normal role back in 2019, and then eventually just it was in more and more stuff with them, and eventually got to meet her. But I didn't meet her in real life until probably 2 years in. But yeah. I think Amazing Digital Circus. I've only watched the first episode or 2, but I've liked what I've seen. It's pretty fun. How did I get to voice? Once again, I did I did an audition. I had a friend who was working with her at the time and auditioned for Minor Demons and got the role of Pierce, and the rest of they say is history. When do you expect Alternates to come back again? Soon enough. I don't know. I can't remember if there was a date on it at VidCon or not, and I don't have any further information. But yeah, I imagine it's going to come back eventually. No, I don't fit. When did you get into voice acting? 2014, 2015, thereabouts. I was doing some fan projects for stuff. I got one commercial gig for a hospital in Colorado in like 2017, 2018. Did radio back in 2013. But otherwise, it's mostly just been Twitch streaming and stuff. And then, you know, slowly picked up gigs here and there and built up my my inventory, my portfolio. Did you bring any cool fan art at home with you from VidCon? Yes, but unfortunately, it's all still in a bag upstairs. I haven't really sorted through it this year yet. Because I pretty much came back, spent a week at home getting ready for my next trip, and also doing the Streamily live stream signing, which took a while to set up. And then I immediately got on a plane to Iceland, and I was gone for 2 weeks. So I haven't really even unpacked from VidCon, to be perfectly honest. I'm still not done, Corinne. Thank you very much. It's hard to build puzzles. What I'll say, you know, whereas when it comes to like playing games and things where I can like just be in the process of doing something and then look back at chat from time to time, I will say that the puzzle building has I found to be extremely difficult while reading chat, because like you kind of have to have more than like 30 seconds of focus on any one piece in a puzzle to continue onward. And I can't do that during this stream. And that has caused me some anguish. This one might fit. It really feels like it should. Not quite, though. It's like two pieces that I thought would fit in that spot and just don't. The Nickelodeon show Lazy Town was filmed in Iceland? That's fun. Where did you find them? I just love puzzles. She's just better than I am. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but she's just very good at what she does. For those who don't know, I just love puzzles. She is an adorable grandmother figure who builds puzzles on stream, and that's her whole stream on Twitch. And she like builds all through the night. Where do you find auditions? A variety of different places. Social media, especially Twitter, because people haven't moved on. Tends to be actually a great place to keep an eye out for VO auditions for various projects. But otherwise, a lot of them has just been from friends building up a network over time, and you pass auditions to them, they pass auditions to you. A talent agency. I work from time to time with my local talent agency, which gives me gigs. But the auditions can kind of come from all over. Work can come from all over, really. You have 7 of me, like 7 of my meows. Wow. Has Marissa ever gotten mad at me for making videos sometimes? Sometimes I'm just a little extra loud, and that can be frustrating for her because she also works from home. Like, I record everything from this space down here in my studio, and then Marissa, like, works during the day, like a normal, real job, upstairs. And so she has to sometimes listen to my screams, and that can be frustrating from time to time. Do I play chess? Not really. Not very often. Do you know the live stream? Yeah, we'll do streams on this channel every so often. In fact, one last reminder, because I'm going to be finishing up here for the day very soon. A reminder, friends, that I will be doing another live autograph signing stream coming up here next Monday. And you, yes, you, can be one of the people that I sign an autograph for. If you check out the link at the very top of the page here, of the chat here, for Streamily, you can go ahead and buy one of those prints right now. And next week, I'll sign it, get it in the mail, and then about 2 weeks after that, you'll get it in your own hands. So there you go. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Do I do any work other than Aphmau? The live streams are a big chunk of my time besides that, but I also, again, do audiobooks. I also do other video, other like voiceover stuff here and there. Yeah, I mean, that's where most of my income comes from, and things like the Streamily stuff and selling merch, subscriptions here and there, ad revenue from YouTube, Patreon. That's where most of my money comes from is just you guys supporting me. So thank you. Do I play checkers? I haven't played checkers in a long time. Favorite video game? The Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It's very, very good. It's the first game that really made me love video games from the perspective, not just from like playing a game because it's fun, but playing a game and falling in love with the characters involved and seeing them grow over the course of, in the case of Mass Effect, 3 different games. Loved it to death. Does Aphmau have any games? Not at the moment, I don't think. Did you go to the Fest of the Summer? I did. I went and saw Cake at the Fest of the Summer, and I had fun. Didn't get to go last year because I think VidCon was like smack dab in the center of it. But I did get to go this year, and it was fun. Had a good time. I try to go every year if I can, but doesn't always get that chance. Yeah, I think we'll probably finish up here, friends, but hey. Yes. We will be doing more streaming later tonight, friends. Not here on my YouTube channel, but over on my Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/shadow_temple. You can go hit that follow button over there, and around 9:30 p.m. Eastern, you'll see me go live over there. We're playing more Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I really got to listen to a pronunciation check of that. But it's a really interesting game about a world that has been taken over by some sort of goddess called the Painter. The Paintress, I think it is. And there's a big number in the world that every year the number goes down by 1. It started at 100, and it goes down by 1 every year. And when that number goes down, anyone who's older than the number glowing in the sky is disintegrated. They just die right then and there. So it started at 100, and the game takes place all the way down with the number at 33. And so you actually watch everyone who's 33 and older die right before your eyes. And every year they send out an expedition of people who are younger than that number to go see if they can try to stop the number from going down. And it seems expeditions are all the way from 99 through 34 all failed. And so you are on expedition 33 trying to put a stop to the whole madness. It is French as heck, and it is very, very interesting. So I'm excited. We just started it last week, and I'm excited to play more of it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. And then tomorrow we'll be playing some more of a game called Wander Stop over on my Twitch channel. Very cool game as well, where you are a super fierce warrior lady who is undefeated for so long until she loses. And it turns out she is just so overworked and so beat up by the world that she needs to take a break. And so you start working at a tea shop, making tea for various people who pass by in the woods, hanging out with a big lunk of a fella named Boro. And it's really cute. It's a really cute game. We just started it last week as well. So and we're gonna play more of it. So those are the games we're playing over on Twitch right now. And we're gonna play Minecraft on the Twitch channel on Saturday. So hope you guys will tune in for that. And to answer your question, VidCon is very fun. Thank you for asking. All right, friends, that will do it for us here. Once again, check out the Streamly page to check out those prints. That's a part of why I can do these streams during the day, is that the Streamly page pays my bills. So please consider going picking up some of those autographs. And we'll do another one of these streams later sometime this week, friends. Don't you worry. But not anymore today. So we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. I got to hide over here.